How you doing? Where have you come from today?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm coming from Paterson, New Jersey, and I drove all the way out here to the Trump rally representing the New Jersey 9th Congressional District. I am a candidate that ran for Congress in NJCD9, and I came out here to show our support for President Trump, what he's been doing for the inner cities, what he's been doing for this country, what he's been doing for our military, and him continuing to fight the fight out here in Washington, because our democracy is being hijacked right now. For 4 years, they said that this guy hacked the election. He was working with the Russians. He was colluding with the Russians. And it's only now that they're telling everybody to shut up and just take it and accept it, despite the numerous instances of potential, not even potential, at this point it's pretty blatant, numerous videos and instances of election fraud. I couldn't stand for it. Millions of Americans around here clearly couldn't have stood for it, and they came out here. I've even met lots of liberals that also agree and see what's going on here.
This time, Trump got a large portion of the black vote, right? A historic. So you want to talk a little bit?
He did, because in 2016, like, usually the argument is like, oh, Donald Trump is a racist. Donald Trump, doesn't support the African American community. He's here for his base, right? So let me tell you something. In 2016, he won, absolutely crushed Hillary Clinton with 6% of the African American vote. Since then, he signed the First Step Act, and it's helped numerous people get out of prison. A lot of them in the minority community have been disenfranchised from the 1994 crime bill that was signed by Joe Biden, well, created by Joe Biden, signed by Bill Clinton, right? Put in place. Democrats have had this in control for a very, very long time. And seeing the things that he's actually doing for us, the First Step Act, the Platinum Plan, investment in the opportunity zones in inner cities like mine and Paterson, these are things that were not possible before. Someone who is a racist, someone who doesn't like black people, doesn't need to do this. Someone does not need to do this just to prove that he supports the African American community. They say that he's doing this stuff to pander for votes. For what? If he won with 6%, why does he need it now? Right now in 2020, his support is at 21 to 25% right now with African Americans, because a lot of them are starting to see what is happening and what this guy's actually doing for this country. This guy really fought. He really came out and did stuff he didn't have to do. This is the first time in my 31 years of life where the United States is not at war. We're not dropping bombs on anybody. When I was in the military and I was under Barack Obama, we were out here bombing in Yemen, Syria, Libya, Afghanistan, Iraq, all over the place, right? Hillary Clinton would have got us into war with Iran if she would have been in office. Yeah, we got President Trump. He sends a robot to kill Soleimani. Completely cripples their entire military. Completely wipes out ISIS in under 2 months. The world is at peace. The world is at peace with North Korea. North Korea was threatening us with nukes for a very, very long time, threatening most of the Asian continent with nukes. First president over 55 years to walk into North Korea and actually walk away from it. This is a man who's really trying to do what's right for America. He doesn't need our money. He doesn't need our vote. This guy's a billionaire. This guy got all the money in the world, yet he decides to throw that life away to come and fight for what he believes in, which is that America should come first. America's the last bastion of hope all across the planet right now. And if we lose America, we lose everything. There's nowhere else to go from here. People say, oh, we got England, we got Canada, we've been to Australia. I've lived in England for over 2 years. No, England's not that. Oh, so I know from your accents. I live in England. I'm like, yo, you guys don't even have freedom of speech. That's one of the most critical things in the United States. And even today, you see how social media, they're censoring, they're blacklisting. Even people today, I don't know if you guys know with the same problem, but live streaming, they've reduced it, right? They make it very difficult for conservatives, shadow banning. They make it very difficult for anybody to even get the word out. So when I see this kind of stuff, I'm like, this is mad. Do you guys see what's going on in the United States right now with all the censorship, the media manipulation? And it's like, in the freest country in the world, you would expect something like this to happen in Mexico or some other third world country or something like that. But in America, if that's happening in America, shouldn't that tell us all that there's something very wrong with the world right now? America's gone. We're all gone, brother. We're all gone. I'm not going to sit for that. I'm 31 years old. I'm a baby. My parents immigrated to this country to give me this life right now where I could come out here and wave the American flag in the capital. My parents came from Ghana, West Africa. To have the opportunity for me as an African American from the inner city to actually run for Congress and do really, really well, broke a record, right? First candidate in New Jersey CD9 to run in under 7 months with no county support, no state support, no Republican support whatsoever, literally no money, and completely shatter the 12-year record for Republicans. And I've only been in the game for 7 months. Right? For someone to accomplish that, someone whose parents were living in absolute poverty in Ghana, to come to the United States, live the life that they've got right now, I have the opportunity to do something like that, and they have the audacity to tell us that this is a racist nation, the audacity to tell us that black people can't make it and that we can't prosper, we can't do any of this stuff. Look at what I just did. I served in the United States Air Force. Look what I just did. I've lived my life. I've done things that many people can't even dream of. And a lot of people, sadly, in the minority community are stuck with this victimhood mentality that's been embedded in us by the liberals and by the Democratic Party. They'll tell you you're black, there's institutional racism, people are trying to hold you down, you can't make it, you can't do it. And it's all nonsense. It's all BS. Because if that's the case, how do I live in one of the darkest parts of the inner city and I still have the opportunity to do these things, but you can't? That's BS.
make your own future, right?
Anybody can make their own future, you know. And the thing is, the president is doing what a true Republican should do. They ask, well, what do the Republicans do for us? I tell them nothing. The Republicans do nothing for you, absolutely nothing for you. Democrats, they'll give you food stamps, they'll give you this, they'll give you that, they'll give you everything, but you ain't gonna bite the hand that feeds you. The job of the Republican Party is to preserve the Constitution and preserve the Republic, right? Lower taxes, smaller government, give you more control of your life. Their job is not to give you handouts. Their job is to give you hand-ups, give you an opportunity to do well. They don't, because why would we take more when we want you to make more so that the country does better and everybody wants to be like us? Because they hate us, because they ain't us, US. You see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you saw the film, right? But anyway, you know, so I see what's going on, right? We got a president up here that's actually doing what a president should do. Speaking for the people, not foreign interests, not for corporations. He's got billions, bro. He doesn't need your money. He doesn't need any of our money. He's doing it for all the right reasons, and I would love to see more candidates, more presidents like him after the fact. And I believe still in 2020, this president is going to win, because this will go to the Supreme Court. All this evidence, all the things that are coming out with this election and voter fraud will come and it will see the light. You see how there's so many patriots out here? I don't see too many of these Antifa guys out here trying to fight with us. They were here earlier and they left because there's about 20 of them versus, what, 1 million? The narrative that the media tells you is not true. The silent majority is not true. We are clearly the large majority. Okay, he wouldn't have won the first time if we weren't the majority. We're the majority, right? And America wants prosperity. America wants peace. America wants opportunity. And America, we just want to have fun. You go to these liberal rallies, you go to these Biden rallies where he's sitting on stage in front of like 7 Toyota Corollas, yelling at them like about a dark winter and how America's gonna fail and racism and all this nonsense. And you come to Donald Trump's rallies, we're gonna win, we're gonna win, we're gonna win so big, we're never gonna stop winning, you're gonna get tired of winning, we're having a blast, America's great, everybody's happy. We're like, yes, I wanna do great. I wanna see our country do great. And we were doing great until we got blindsided by the virus from China. Right? And I don't know who was involved with that, but I'm almost positive, and I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive that there were some people inside of the United States that were working against the president to try and exasperate this problem.
Thanks, man. And I wish you good luck with everything you're doing.